Turning out to be a pretty good morning so far. Got in here super early before daylight. There's deer all around, out in the fields, and then they work back into these grasses. A smaller buck chasing a doe out there. Looked like he was doing barrel racing. There's been little deer out in the grass. For being 70 degrees, I can't believe the deer are running like they are, but November 9th, the dates are right, the temperature's terrible, but hopefully these hot does keep these bucks running. So this is the newest game plan. After this morning's hunt, I watched the Big Ten go out to this lonely island, fence row island little deal, by himself with the doe. Watched him make a scrape, and I assume they bedded down right there. So, got on OnX, made a new game plan of how I can enter that from the downwind side, and hopefully just hang and bang this afternoon. So I just flew home, grabbed a lone wolf, gonna get super aggressive this afternoon. Worst case, if I do bust him, he's just gonna cross wide open field and go right back into the same switchgrass sanctuary as where he has been. So since he has a doe with him and he's pushed her out to this fence row, I really think I can get in for the kill this afternoon. And like I said, worst case, he's just gonna retreat back to the his other sanctuary. So getting aggressive, going in for the hang and bang. Finally just got set up. It's a lot thicker in here than I thought, so I went from like 90% confidence to about 10. I'm a sweaty mess. The only good thing I've got going for me is it's so windy. I think I pulled it off without them knowing, but if they've got a nose at all, the wind's in my face, but I am just drenched in sweat, so. Worst case, if it doesn't happen this afternoon, I think tomorrow morning they'll probably work their way back into here again, so we're all set up. Just gonna sit the rest of the afternoon and hope for the best. That's pretty much a wrap for tonight. That's pretty much what I thought. See a shooter, or we weren't going to see anything, so I'm going to leave everything set up and be back here bright and early. So I got in here early this morning, about an hour before daylight, and of course he did not do the same thing 3 days in a row, so now it's been light for long enough. I don't feel he's not going to cross wide open field to come out here now. Tear everything down, circle back around, and get back into the grasses. The plan is starting to come together. I just got set up, and I've already spotted him out here in the switchgrass. He's just over here to the south, right by the scrape where he was last night, so he's definitely with a hot doe. They're out there chasing now, so hopefully she brings him by. It was so windy up there you probably couldn't hear me, but I'm getting down again, moving to my third set this morning. Gonna take the bike, fly around the outside of the property, and get set up within 75 yards where I just saw him bedded. The wind is gonna be iffy, but it's 15-20 mile an hour right now, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage, get aggressive, stay on him. Hopefully him and that doe get up mid-morning, midday. I'm in for the long haul now, so moving again, staying aggressive. Got about 50 more yards.
This segment has been brought to you by Lone Wolf Tree Stands, your silent partner. This is on 17 minutes. I have been locked down for 17 minutes, cannot move. I've got an arrow in him. Third stand today. Whew, baby. Plan came together. I climbed up in this stand and he was 40 yards. I got completely set up. All the cameras set up. And then when I stand up to get ready to shoot, he pegs me. Absolutely pegs me for 17 minutes. Oh my God. I am not happy with the shot, but going back, replaying it, he was just starting to take a step as when I was pulling the trigger. This is the third tree stand I've been in today. The wind is barely missing him by about 40 degrees. Probably 45. But I've got an arrow in him. All I can do is wait. I'd rather be back than forward. He was quartered away. That should run up in there. I gotta call all my friends. I gotta call all my friends. Oh wait, I ain't got any. Down on the ground now. there's rain coming this afternoon, so it's starting to get overcast now. I'm gonna go down to the impact site. Hopefully I can find some blood. Basically just gonna try to gather as much information as I can and then decide if I need to back out or need to wait till later this afternoon for a dog or whatnot. But right here you can see the scrape. That's the scrape he was on last night. And then right up there in that tiny tree, I made it happen. And he was bedded just right here, about 10-15 yards behind this camera. So well, I did find some blood. But good thing is he ran right in front of my trail camera, so I pulled that card. I'm gonna go see what that looks like. But as soon as I stepped on the edge of the woods there, I could hear him coughing and gurgling, and he's clearly still alive, so I don't know if he was bedded down or not, but we're just gonna give him time. All right, Kyle's finally here. It's been a long day. Thankfully, he gave up his hunt this afternoon to come help me. And we're gonna go back to where I left off this morning. Stopped at the property line. And while I was at the property line, I could hear gasping and all kinds of ruckus. Sounded like the buck was taking his last breath. But we got a hold of the neighbors, got permission to go across the property line. It's been about 4 or 5 hours since I shot him or whatever, so we're gonna go in real slow, use the thermal, just stay on the blood, just take it real nice and easy, and hopefully he's laying right there.
I see him. I see him.
Oh, yes. Did it.
What an awesome buck. My biggest buck with a bow for sure. And this is a buck we call the short G2 buck. I think the best thing of this hunt, or the most rewarding part of this, is we had pictures of him last year, and I think I recorded him one night, but we just thought he was 4.5, didn't want to hunt him, so we left the pressure off, and luckily he made it through. Then this year, the most rewarding part is being patient in October, September, October, not getting any pictures, I didn't know he made it. And really just staying off the property until we finally got pictures. And it was late October, early November. But didn't put any pressure on this farm until I started getting pictures. Moved in 3 days ago and saw him take a doe out to a fence row. Tried to move in for the kill and never saw him. This morning, I started off in that same fence row, and I didn't see him by, 30 minutes after daylight, and I knew if he didn't have a doe with him to push out to that fence row, he wasn't going to cross it after sunup. So I made an aggressive move, got down, got on the bike, flew around the property, got out to a different tree, and I spotted him out in the grasses immediately. So the wind was in my face, and I came up with another crazy idea. Let's get down and move again, because he was bedded within 70, I watched him bed,
and I thought he was within 75 yards of that stand, and the south wind would just be missing him by 30 to 45 degrees. So I put on the spot and stock, went around the property, climbed up, got everything completely set up, and ended up having a 17-minute stare off with him before the shot. But the most rewarding part is staying patient in September and October, moving in for the kill November 10th, and being very aggressive once it's time. So can't wait to get them home, show Bentley and Braxton. They're gonna be stoked. Biggest buck to date.
When it comes to food plots, we're really looking for 3 different things: attractiveness, longevity, and herd health. The Real World Gen 2 soybeans have 4 different varieties in this bag. They are the most shatter resistant soybeans on the market, which means these soybeans are going to last you all the way through season and a lot of times well after. They also have a higher oil content, which is going to make them a lot more attractive than most of your other soybeans out there. Having 4 different varieties of soybeans in this bag, we're going to have 4 different maturity rates. The soybeans are packed full of protein, which is going to help our herd health, and they're going to last all the way through season, all the way after season, especially in those harsher conditions, and definitely provide not only for the deer, but all wildlife. They also offer a northern blend of soybeans for you guys that are in the northern states. And there's 3 different varieties of soybeans, and those also the most shatter resistant soybeans on the market. If you want to learn more on the Real World Gen 2 soybeans or the northern blend soybeans, check out their website at realworldwildlifeproducts.com or find the dealer nearest you.